You're watching Long John Johnson.
What's going on? And welcome to the story of my evil boss. So this all starts like basically right after I left my old co-op. If you want context because this is kind of a part two. So if if you want context for the part one, go watch the video that's on screen. It should be up here, right? Yeah. Anyways, I just got out of my old co-op, right? My co-op teacher was like, "Yeah, I set you up with this new place, this glass, this, let's call it fast ass glass. You know what? Yeah, no, that's fast ass glass. There we go. So that was the place, right? So, and I was like, okay, sweet. So he arranges an interview time. Go to my interview and walk in. This guy has a smile, shakes my hand. He's like, how's it going? Oh, good. Friendly conversation, right? And and he's like, yeah, we're super laid back here. We're super chill. Like, yeah, I'll get you like a uniform. And I was like, okay, sweet, yeah, nice. And then and then he kind of like showed me around, and I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, so I start working there, right? Fucking, it's great. Everyone's super nice. This this one time I was taking out like the recycling, and like everyone helped me. Like, and I was like, holy shit, I really appreciate that, and I appreciated it a lot more because the previous place that I was at, oh my god, dude, I had to like jump in the dumpster and stuff. It sucked. It was terrible. But yeah, so then here it was like, man, like everyone's helping out, and it's like it felt awesome, and I was like, okay, cool. So, I'd go in, I'd work, right? What they'd get me to do mainly was like clean down like cars, and then I was like, okay, cool. So, I'd thoroughly clean them, right? Because the place that I was at before, it was a car detailing place, right? So all I was doing all day was detailing cars. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do my best to make it squeaky clean, right? So I'd make it literally spotless, right? And then people would come up to me and be like, oh, you don't need to do all that. It's okay, just give it a little wipe and then you're done. I'm like, oh, but I want to do more. But then I was like, okay, yeah, for sure, because I thought they were just trying to be nice, right? But anywho, that'll come later on to bite me in the fucking booty. But anyways, so yeah, this one guy, I remember him pretty vividly. This guy, let's just call him Markiplier. Markiplier was working on the fucking, like, the camera, the fucking Garmin, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
Garmin.
he was installing it, and then he was using like this checkered board, like print thingy. I'll try to find it. I'll show a picture of it if I can find it. But yeah, and then I was like, because I got done cleaning up, and then I had nothing to do, so trying to make myself busy. Because the thing is that I was being told to take breaks, because I was doing too much too fast, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, just take a break, like, because we don't have anything free to do, right? So like that's why I didn't take it too seriously, because like I was just there because and like I helped them out a bit, and I was like, okay, well, they don't need me, because it's not like they're paying me. It's a fucking co-op, right? So yeah, so anyways, Markiplier's working on the thing, and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, well, I'm just fucking calibrating the Garmin, and it wasn't a Garmin, but anyways, so, and then it was like, oh, that's cool, and then he got me to help him out a bit, and then he's like, oh, just move that, do this, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, well, cool. And then he showed me how to like recalibrate them when they get busted up, and I was like, oh, that's super cool, thank you. So yeah, it was great. Everything was sick. I liked working there. The problem is that in between, I got sick, but with shit. I had very bad diarrhea, right? So I took a few days off. I took 2 days off because of that, and he was like, my boss man, he was like, oh, that's fucking, yeah, chill, just get better. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. And then go to work Wednesday. I was off Monday, Tuesday, and I go to work. Sorry, I got a co-op Wednesday, and then I'm like, okay, doing my stuff. Everything's fine. I missed Thursday because there was a storm, and I had not brought my coat because I was not under the impression that there would be a storm that day. So I was like, you know what? My trip in total is like well over an hour. for 3 hours of work that they don't need me doing. I do not feel like catching a cold or getting sick just because. Yeah, and then I was like, I texted Bossman. I was like, hey, I'm not gonna make it in today. The storm, forgot my coat. Sorry. And then he just said, all right. And I was like, yeah, he's probably fucking pissed at me. So I messaged him back. I was like, you know what? Bro, what? You know what? If you really need me, I can come in. It's not a big deal. And then, but he just didn't message me back. So I was like, okay. Then he was probably chill with it. And I was like, okay, big deal. Friday, fucking Judgment Day, dude. So this day, it started off like any other, right? I walked in to school, right? I did my 2 classes, and lunch came around, and it's like, okay, time to go to co-op. So I go to the bus stop, normal. Shit, my bus was delayed 10 minutes. Big deal, right? Like big deal. Like 10 minutes, who cares? All right. I text Bossman, hey, I'm gonna be 10 minutes late. Sorry, and he's like, just didn't message me back. So I'm like, yeah, he'll get my text and he'll appreciate it. And I was like, okay, time to get to co-op. And then so I go there, right? Go in, normal, everything's casual. Put my stuff down, and I just get down there and I get myself busy. Like I grab whatever I need to detail a thing, right? To clean a window. Holy shit. It was just paper towels and fucking like spray bottle, right? So I go to, do my duty, and I was wiping it down, listen to my music, and then I hear like a faint chair like kind of like fall, like a dun dun dun, and then I'm like, oh, that was weird, and then I hear take a seat, but like very very like faintly, so like, there's no way that he's talking to me, and then a bit later, I hear it a bit louder. It's like take, and then it's like take a seat, and then I realize, oh, it's Boss Man, and he's looking at me, and he looks freaking pissed, bro. So, and he slams the chair down, and then I sit down, and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, why were you late? And I'm like, oh, my bus was delayed. I texted you, yeah, I'm sorry. It shouldn't happen again. My bus was delayed, and I'm sorry. And then he was like, do you see me on my phone? And I'm like, well, no, but I just thought that, like, I should text you. And then he was like, do you see anybody on their phone right now? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, right? And then he was like, because I'd go like I'd give him like the reason, right? And he wouldn't respond like a normal person, because I'd go, oh yeah, like my bus delayed. I texted you, and then it's like, do you see anybody on their phone? It's like, well, no. So and then it's like, yeah, and you're way too slow on the windows. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I come from a like detailing background, and like, I'm sorry, I can work on that. And he was like, and then he was like, okay. And then it's like, and you also skipped work because you forgot your coat. Like, I've never heard that before. None of my employees would ever pull that crap. And I'm like, it's just, I'm okay. I didn't really say anything because what I should have said was like, I'm unpaid. You're not paying me. I come in here. You guys tell me to slow down. Like, dude, like, it doesn't matter if I'm here or not. Like, brother. But anyways, so he's losing it. He's like, no, my other employees would do that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. Like I'll do better. And then this fucking whack job, like starts talking to Mark, and he's like, Mark, does other co-op student do this? Like are they ever late? And then the guy, like, Mark just looked uncomfortable. He was like, no, like, just like, and then it's like, what am I even supposed to do here? Like I'm being compared to this other co-op student. Like what the frick? Okay, but I was like, all right. So I forgot to mention that, like, in this part, like, so basically he stops talking about the co-op student, and then he's like, so how are you getting here? And I'm like, the bus. And he's like, and it's like, how are you getting here? And then I was like, what? And then he was like, don't waste my time. And I'm like, what? And then he fucking flips, like this fucking guy flips. He loses it. He fucking swings his arms up, and he's like, oh, I'm done. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, and so he swings his arms up. He's like, yeah, I'm done. He walks away, and I'm like, so I mutter under my breath. I'm like, what the fuck? Like super under my breath. And then and then it's like, we're swearing now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? This fucking 50-year-old fucking balding man
is beefing with me because I was 10 minutes late to a job that they don't even need me to be doing. Like, what is going on here? But anyways, so he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call your fucking co-op teacher." I'm like, "Okay, bud, you fucking do you." Um, yeah. So he calls my co-op teacher, and then he's like, "All right, yep, Johnson. He's fucking swearing. He's doing this, that. Like, just pulling shit out of his ass. Like, I swore, but it was under my breath, and I was like, okay, you know what? That's fucked, but whatever." And then there's like, "Yeah, you're done. Get out." And I'm like, "All right. Clearly, you don't want me here, so I grab my stuff." And then I'm like, "Thank you for the opportunity." Reach my hand out to shake Boss Man's hand. Boss Man just it's almost like he went in for it, but then he swung his arms up and he was like, "No, I can't do it. Just get out." And then Markiplier, he was like, "All right, well, see ya." And I was like, "Yep, see ya, Mark. Fucking never, because apparently I'm fired." And then these other people that I worked with are like, "All right, bye, Johnson." I'm like, "Yep, all right, see ya." So yeah. So anyways, I'm walking home because that's how I get home from co-op, and I'm fuming, right? I'm like, there's no way that like this happens twice where I get two shitty co-ops. There's just no way. And then I got a call from my co-op teacher. I'm fuming. I'm like, man, I did the best I could, and then like he faulted me because like my co-op teacher, was like, all right, what the hell happened? I'm like, well, this guy like he faulted me for doing my best, and then I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. And then my co-op teacher, he's like, all right, you can't swear. And I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right, sorry. So anyways, so he's like, all right, we'll figure something out for you. He hangs up. I got a call from my mom. She's like, the co-op teacher's telling me that you're swearing, and I'm like, yeah. And then I tell her the story, and then I get home, and then I chill. So yeah, I wasn't planning on re-recording this entire ending. I was just wanting to add that little bit in, but all right, well that works. All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed this story. There is no part three because that co-op I ended that co-op and then I just went into credit recovery, which was a fucking free class. So yeah, if you want more stories, I recorded one yesterday, but it's such a fucking boring story. Like it's yeah. It was like a 5 minute video where I talk about how like. And anyways, if you want more stories, I guess I'll post it. But yeah, all right. Take care. Have a good night. See you later.